What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more trance. And this is sort of a unique connection. Basically, I'm going to react to a Duran tune that is remixed by Ferry Corsten. And so in light of that, I wanted to go back and react to a tune that is a track from Ferry Corsten that comes from the world that I grew up in, which is to say, many of you know, I'm a raver going back to the 90s. It was like 96 is when my older brother introduced me to some trance music, initially Goa trance and then some other styles of trance. Through that, I developed my own interest, acid trance, acid techno, hardcore, and so on. But yeah, basically 96, early 97 is when I discovered the rave scene in electronic music. By 98, I got my turntables. I started buying a few different styles of music, but melodic progressive trance, I'd say the first 100 records I got, at least half of them were sort of in that style. And this is a record I got in 99. It's Ferry Corsten under his Moonman guise, which is to say he's used a number of names over the year. He's been in a number of collaborations. I have some tracks where it's just a Ferry Corsten remix. There's a tune by Matt Derry called Liberation, and he did a remix of that that's under his own name, Ferry Corsten. But between, I think it's like 96 and 99, he made tunes under the name Moonman. Now, I think there are a couple original tunes, but the most famous Moonman tunes are actually his remixes. There's a remix of a track called Law. There's a remix of a track, Trance Central, a really good one. But yeah, this is a tune by The Generator. I'm not sure who The Generator is. Okay, written and produced by Robert Smith for Caveman Productions, and then Tidy, which is it's a label that I think is most famous for pushing a hard house sound around the turn of the millennium. And there's like Tidy, Tidy 2, this is Tidy Tracks. In any case, they got their hands on it, and like I said, the other side is by Trauma, and that's just like crazy wicked hard house. This is by Ferry Corsten under his Moonman name, and again, I think this is one of his more famous remixes under the Moonman name. So with all that set up, let's get it. This is Ferry Corsten under the Moonman name, remixing a track by The Generator called Where Are You Now? Synth that comes in a second, but to me, like, when I think of this tune, I think of this layer coming up. This is old school. I mean, I have much older records. This is 99. I have records going back to like 93, but in techno and trance. I have, I got records from the 50s, but not relevant here. Whoa. Sort of crawling. What's the right word? It's like permeating. It's like covering every inch of the bass space. Also very like electric digital. Just like with the voice. Sounds like an elegant computer talking. But this really does make me think of when I was first mixing records. That is just... If you went to a trance party between like 96 to 99, you've heard stuff like this. Dead pause. Makes me think of being in high school. Being very tired on Mondays after partying all weekend. I do love that hard thing. That little acid dribble. The elegant computer is still talking. I don't think a dead pause this time. I think it rolls straight in. Seems like this, like, whether it was a set I played or a set I was just there for, it's like you leave the trance room like feeling good about life. It's like these kind of tunes were just really euphoric and uplifting. All the while that bass line churning, permeating. This section here, like these sections in the intro and outro, this could like work in a hard trance set. The tune overall, I would say, is more melodic trance, but need to check something because I'm just now trying to remember if this is accurate. But that bass line right there, it was reminding me. Okay, so yeah, Goriella. Goriella it was originally a duo with Ferry Corsten and DJ Tiesto, but it eventually just became a Ferry Corsten solo project. So there's a really famous trance tune. The original version is just called 1998. It's by Binary Finery. And then, there were a couple remixes with the original release. I mean, every version of the tune is good. But then, like, a year later, they were still, like, remixing it. And there's a version that came out under the name 1999. Binary Finery is still listed as the artist. But it's a Gordiella remix. Best version of the tune of all the versions, to my mind. So yeah, Ferry Corsten, under a few different names, is involved with or directly responsible for some really good records in my old school trance part of my collection. So yeah, shout out to Ferry Corsten. Do let me know what you think of the track. I'll see you next time. Peace.